key on here for just a quick moment here. It's in our attitude. We ask, we ask God, where are you at? We ask God, how come things aren't working out in my life? But we don't come to God with thanksgiving in our heart, with an attitude of gratitude, which is what we need in order to get God's attention.
Well, let me interject and ask this question, because you have so many people that have lives that are just, in their eyes, substandard, that they've been through so much in their life, and how can you expect for you to come in, to be from a place where you don't have anything and you've lived this horrible life, into saying, well, you know what, I thank you, God, that you are providing for me and that you're here, and you know in your heart that you really, really don't believe it. Where do you start when you know you're in that place where you're out, when you're off or you're out?
Sure.
Because it's almost like if I sit up here and I thank God, I'm actually lying to myself. So are you saying that we need to fake it until we make it, or do we need to just really be real with ourselves and say, well, this is where I'm at, and should I thank him anyways, even though I'm lying?
First thing we need to do is be real. Fake it till I make it is just an interesting statement, but there's some truth to that. Here's what I mean by that. What is faith? Faith is believing in something that, in a nutshell, you can't see. Okay, so we've got to be able to believe God for big things. Therein lies the problem. We say, thank you, God, when we don't really mean to say thank you. We say, oh, Lord, it's all good, even though we've got no money in our wallet. Bills are past due, and we don't know where our next meal is coming from. And we're saying, thank you, God, but we don't mean it. Now, it's all in the attitude. Again, the verse says in verse 5, let your gentle spirit be known to all men. Well, that includes God, too. Okay, God expects us to be real. God expects us to be genuine. You know that we can go before God and say, I'm not hearing from you. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. I'm confused. You know what? I'm angry. I don't know why you're not listening to me, God. The fact of the matter is this. God hears us and God answers our prayers all the time. Most of the time, it's not what we want to hear. Psalm 46:10, that second part says, be still and what? Know that I am God. He's in charge. He's in control. Listen, the reality of the situation is this. When you go and check your bank account and you're negative and you're minus, or you've got a penny or two, it's hard when that offering basket comes around and say, well, I'm going to believe God. When deep down you're knowing, listen, I don't know how I'm going to make it. But verse 6, that last part says, giving and let your request be made known to God. We've got to believe God for big things. We've got to believe God for the people that can't see in the physical what's going on. In the spiritual, we've got to believe God that He's going to allow us to make it through what we're going through.